All right, guys, we are live again at the Texas Heist. My stop loss might get hit here. Um, you guys can see I've been short since 21/9/30. Let's look at the regular trading hours for a second here. 'Cause I think we might see more shorts come into place. Take that back. We're really in the middle of this range, guys. So at this point, what I did want to see when we started the week here is all you want to see, right? When we started the week here, I want to see price drive lower first. We have these lows here. This market's underlyingly bullish. Instead, we ran higher first, taking out these highs, and then just consolidate. We've been in this consolidation right here, if you think about it, right? Since Friday's opening price. We've been in this big consolidation on the regular trading hour. So it really has liquidity on the highs and the lows. Underlyingly, I am bullish on this market. I want to see us go higher. We have CPI news, right? Let's look at the news for a second here. Okay. I must be missing my trades right now, trying to tell people we're alive. Well, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So, anyways, guys, I'm looking at these lows, see if we want to if we want to tackle them. Um, Not in a rush. If you see, I got these sales earlier. Got a nice move lower. And let's just go ahead and encapsulate London session, right? We're using just 1 second, actually. saying something very important here. Okay. So catch this nice move in London. So we're not gonna go over that right now. We're not gonna talk about this beautiful trade that you probably can only take if you have deep experience, right? There's a one strike. It wasn't like if you look at my trade execution, um, it was. Why can't I look at trades right now? It's weird. Trade is being very weird. Executions. So boom, 15 contracts right there. 12 close out here, one close out here. We're just holding two. So enough of that, though. Let's actually look at what's happening right now. To say the least, right? I'm really watching to see if we make our way on the 1 hour chart with all these lows. Like inherently, I'm bullish on this market, but I would like to see us run out these lows here. I would really like to see that. Now it doesn't have to do that, but that's what I like to see. At this moment, I'd rather be short than long. As much as yeah, because we have this fair value gap right here, this loop zone right here on the 1 hour chart. We have to battle against if let's go higher. I'm not saying we cannot do that, but I just don't really care to press many buttons right now. Especially against this nice loop zone. Now keep in mind, look to your left. We have this loop zone, right? See how price hit it, went above it, came back in and took off. Now we traded back here. Now we're trading outside of it. As much as we're trading outside that loop zone, we also have this one to contend with. So I'm just watching now if that wants to deliver lower. And then we also have this what? 1 hour breaker here. So as long as price stays below this 1 hour range, expectations for me is for price to make its way lower. Let's go on a 15-minute chart for a second. Yeah. So these lows I think is still get tagged. We didn't touch these lows over here. So I'm watching that to see like if we do make our way lower and eventually all the way down here. Look at that 4 hour chart for a second, just for a second, 4 hour chart. Right. I think that this loop zone here that has been delivering price, has delivered price higher. So we could get to that. And perhaps maybe we don't need it, right? We have this level right here as well. Price fell a little short of hitting it. It's downhill candle. So I want to see that drop a little lower. It doesn't have to do it again. But those are just my expectations before we can see an aggressive move higher. Overall, bullish on this market. Overall, bullish on this market. Okay. And my stop loss might just get hit, but again, really enjoyed a nice drive lower. So if we're focused on today's price action right now, what do we have in place? Have these lows as liquidity, and this high at liquidity. High, low. We're now in this range. There we go. Stop loss should be hit there. Cool. Stop loss hit there. So now we are in no trades, which is good. So again, we have a nice little, you can call this liquidity below here and above. If we go to regular trading hours for a second, it's really just a range. It's Friday's opening price. We've really been in this trading range. So this price is going to go higher. I take out these highs right away. Watch and see. Watch and see. Um, it's in the range. So nothing too exciting to discuss here right now. Now, let's go on. Let's bring it back to the. I like electronic trading hours better. Let's get back to electronic. we pay close attention. London session. Some people like to encapsulate from 1 a.m. So this whole range, 1 a.m., 5 a.m. So just trading within that range. I'm just not a fan. Some, in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and encapsulate from 2 o'clock. Find the highest high from 2 o'clock, 5 a.m. So this is London. London. So this is London's price action. We traded above it one time, traded above it again, traded above it again. If we start breaking down, I see us making our way back lower here. So I like how we have this little London range, 2 o'clock, 5 a.m. And price has been poking higher and higher and higher. I like that. If we do get a breakdown, I'll be intrigued. And we're gonna continue on what with what I was doing yesterday, right? Which is my fun account. So again, this account's the account I've been trading. It's not a fun account. This account I've actually been trading somewhat seriously. This is a bag snatcher Texas Heist account, right? It's up almost 12,000. You can see the account history, it's a long history. You can see this is yesterday's or London sessions trade that took place here. So nice red and greens in there. Cool. But it's up almost 12,000, right? But let's go to our fun account. And with this fun account, what I like to do is, what's my fun account right here? Am I still in a running trade? I don't know. What I'm just doing here is constantly just being in the market. So if I was to pick a side right now, it's being, honestly, I don't want to be a buyer. Well, let's fully analyze first. S&P went higher. So US 30 is doing, guys. I think 30 might change the contract for you. Be a seller, to be frank. I'm just gonna sell this thing. We're only gonna sell one contract. So again, we're just constantly trying to be in the market. This is not an indication for you to get into the trade or not. This is just me constantly trying to be in the market, getting the feel of the market. That's what we're doing this week. So US 30 did not make this higher high that NASDAQ did. And we're starting to come down, so I like that. Again, my mind is still on some more shorts. I want to see this go even lower. Yeah. I like this idea. Mm-hmm. I like that idea. So I'm not gonna flip to buys unless I feel like I'm not gonna get out. I'm always gonna be in the market today. Again, this is the drill we're doing. Just constantly being in the market. If I'm getting out of sales, I have to be in buys. If I'm getting out of buys, I have to be in sales. So I have to be convicted strong enough in order for me to flip sides. So now I'm in sales right now. It's a drill. Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill, baby. We have these lows right here. News wise, is there anything we can expect? I don't think so, right? Where is am I looking for? Forexfactor.com. Oh, President Trump speaks at 3 p.m. That's about it. So again, this markets I think gets cracking really Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's why I really want to save my most of my bullets. Um, we did have a little up and down Asian session, boom up, then London session just took it right back lower. So it is still a range to me. Look at a 15-minute chart here. We're really just in a range. As much as done all that, this is still a range from Monday. So Monday and Tuesday might just create this range that we can then use to judge what Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday might do. So keep in mind, really just within Monday's range. My eyes are still, I want to see price go lower first. But keep in mind, we have CPI tomorrow. So not really pressed about pressing any buttons here. Consolidation within this range, high, low. So eventually, again, my mind is we should jam this high. We should take this high out this week. That's how I feel. Do we go down first lower, then make a move higher, or do we just go straight to it? It's a real question. But I see us jamming these highs. If not this week, next week. Keep on watching. 5 minute chart, 1 minute chart. Frankly speaking, I can see myself flipping to buys right now, but and I don't see myself being a seller. Like literally, this could go a little higher, but I'm not fully convicted about either side. This might be a no burger, meaning nothing happens to the markets. Again, this is all experience, so you want to appreciate this type of knowledge. You won't appreciate this type of knowledge unless you have when you have experience, you might appreciate it more. But understanding when these markets might act a little funny is important, right? Where you're not just in there trying to pull your hair out, pressing all kinds of buttons. When the market already had its aggressive drop earlier in London, right? AM session might not just give you anything, and you have to wait till PM session. And then Monday, Tuesday, because the week has CPI in it, and there's not really any strong news on Monday, Tuesday. Those days might just end up being as consolidations, right? So that's how you use the economic calendar to judge. Monday, Tuesday has no high impact news, right? So those days might just consolidate. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so the market's gonna be hot, red folders. So expectations should be lowered when you see stuff like that until we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Again, all we're looking for is a 50-point run in that we can identify in New York session and a 50-point run we can identify in PM session. So we're looking for a 50-point run in AM and then PM session. Looking for 100 points per day. There's nothing here that's showing me a clear 50-point run right now. I'm excited about. Nothing. And still run higher. And still not fully convicted to flip to buys, right? Then now there's made higher high. Nothing seen on US 30 yet. Oh, coming back down. I'm just gonna do some real quick. Regular trade. Let's draw the regular trading hours. So keep in mind. This level here, we're gonna make it red. This is a current day's opening gap, right? So again, I like the shorts here. We had a nice little SMT. That's why I want to see these lows get snatched here. I think price might want to deliver a nice little run here. I like this right here. So I want to see if this could deliver. Ideally, if this is stay short, I don't want to see trading outside this level. I like how it hit it. I want to see this drop a little lower. Chart for a second. Watching these lows, see if they can get tags. Here. If it goes outside this area, I wouldn't want to see it go above here. Just watch and see if this can deliver a 50-point drop. I don't know if it can do that. What I do see doing is hitting these lows here, potentially. Let's deliver a 50-point drop. It has to be from here. 859 all the way to like essentially. You have to go all the way down here. 21,800. So this would be a 50-point. Let's see if this can deliver a 50-point drop. I see these lows getting tagged, but I don't know about a 50-point drop here. Watching that 5-second chart. If it starts trading outside that this loot zone, then I'll be watching here to see if that wants to hold price a little bit. If we go above here, then let's draw this out real quick. Oh, it's not trying to deliver. Watching. Yeah. So this all it's delivered here was one little drop here. Took out this low, took out this low, took out this low. So at this point, let's get back to our 1 minute chart. I'm not really excited about anything on these charts here. I still feel shorts. That's what I'm thinking into the shorts. And I'm only gonna leave one contract in. I'm not gonna increase the contract. I'm not gonna increase the contract and none of that stuff. I do like this salute zone here on the 1 minute chart. See that can deliver lower. Just observing at this point. There's nothing intriguing overall. Nothing intriguing overall. Observe here. Now, I'll be intrigued about a potential 50-point delivery if we get below this down close candle and use that maybe a potential C4 on a 30-second chart for a second. Okay. So I want to see us close. Where's 9:30 opening, by the way? Here. If we get a close below this down close candle and then treat this as a potential breaker, I'll be intrigued. Or a landmine, if we can do that. Okay, it's a landmine. Take this Heist language. You either exit a landmine or just push this price higher. I want to see shorts. So again, let's just see if we get below it, then it turns to a landmine. This is me trying to predict it becoming a landmine ahead of time. If we trade and close below it, then I'd like to see you use it as potential resistance to drop price lower. You kind of see how the market feels like it doesn't want to nothing, right? It's just really being super lackadaisical, back and forwards, driving folks crazy that are in here pressing aggressive buttons. So what I see this is two. I'm gonna play both sides. That's how the markets are today, right now. If this doesn't turn to a landmine, this will be used to push price higher to take higher highs. That's my expectation. So if this doesn't turn to a landmine, this will be used to drive price higher. Take out these highs. That's what we might be seeing here. Go. Still didn't close. This makes more bears than way to go higher right now. At this 1 minute level, I want to see this close below here. If we're to go short. I kind of like what happened there. At this point, I'm not putting stop loss in place, but I would like to see this keep price at bay. I don't think price needs to come back to, let's say, shouldn't really come back to these highs. If I was short here, which I am, but again, drill, I wouldn't want to see price go back above here. If not, we're just still playing games. If it does, yeah. And if we're looking at this landmine here, we want to think about the whole wick. So also this wick too. I don't want to draw it all out here. I just want to use the bodies, but I'm also watching this wick. I wouldn't want to see price close above this wick. I would like to see this landmine deliver a meaningful run below here and here. That's all I like to see. See if we can get that. You can look how it's not even, it didn't really even close below when you look at it right. Yeah. See right above these highs? I'm not a fan of that. But one thing I am watching, it hasn't closed yet though. But I don't like that run. Just don't see that those are shorts here. But still watching here, there's just like a little volume bounce there. And still potential to deliver lower. Yeah. Okay. So that didn't deliver the shorts. Let's see if I want to flip sides to buys. Again, this market you can tell. It ain't nothing going on. That's why after that big movement you had in London, all this back for expected. So notice how we didn't even close. Thought we did here, but we still stay in that quote unquote what I was expecting to be a landmines range. This is likely now acting as a C4 that's going to drive price higher, take out these highs. It's either going to do two things. It's either going to drop price lower or use it to take out these highs. And now I see it driving higher, take out these highs. But is it enough for a 50-point run? Not necessarily, right? At this point, let me flip to buys actually, guys. How do you flip this thing? Boom. Just see if we can take out these highs. If we take out these highs. Again, I would expect to move at least above here. And if it really gets animated, then we can see go back all the way above here. Very ugly price action, guys. Very ugly price action. Nice deep retracement there. I want to see this used as I like how it's traded into this 1 minute loose zone. I like these up close candles here. I want to see that used as support to drive price higher. If we lose these last two up close candles, then I have price has no direction again. I think currently these two down close candles, I mean up close candles, sorry. I want to set that support, drive price higher, take out these highs. Again, we're just talking about a what run, not even a nice little 30-point run. If it's getting right here, let's just say midpoint. If you got in here, let's just say 24-point run. So it's not these are not significant price runs, guys. These are just very prices in mad consolidation. As expected going into the day. Let's watch these highs though. Nothing. Whole bunch of nothing. See, now the danger now is S&P just took out these highs, NASDAQ did not. So again, these markets are doing a whole bunch of nothing right now. So if you're in there trying to press buttons and capture your trade for the day and trade for the week, pound of flesh, it's a tough market right now. PM session will probably deliver more cleaner. So as much as I want to see this go higher, there's still a wrench in my plan because S&P did this. All right, look at S&P. Here they went higher. NASDAQ and I'll go higher. So this could lead to another deeper run on liquidity. Just around this little swing low here, round that out. Let's see if that's enough to push price higher. Got them. What's fit besides the sales here now? Again, today is just not the day to be pressing hella buttons expecting some miracle to happen. So beware of that. S&P just made another higher high without NASDAQ. And in a day like that, you can just feel like how this day can just drag you through the mud and chop you up left and right if you're not careful. Or if you're thinking that it's the day, you should go ahead and press aggressive buttons. It's just not it. Look at the markets right now. Nothing. Go bullish, it goes to a level and slows down. You go bearish, it's just not doing nothing, or it's consolidating. At this point, I do want to see sales take place, but keep in mind the market is doing nothing. And the jack. I want to see slows get taken. Isn't it good to know like when the markets ain't gonna deliver nothing? You don't go in there losing your freaking brain cells. Okay. I'm seeing some momentum. I want to see slows get tagged here, but again, this market's on the tight range, very, very tight. I'm watching this candle, trying to see if we can pick up some speed. We're not seeing that. Picked up speed for a second, and now we're getting some pullback. Keep in mind right now, this is what we have in the market, SMT. You have this in the market right now. S&P went higher on this high. Does that hold? Does this high then hold? We'll see. Hmm. Sure. This, I would like to see it deliver higher. Let's see if we can get that. This down close candle, I had closing here, down close, trade to that C4, it should deliver higher prices. But again, everything I'm saying here, the wrench in the whole thing is these markets are just being held. They're being held. Sustainable. No sustainable price runs. All right? Like this is a time where you just close your charts. Again, I'm just here pressing practice buttons here. Not excited about price. I told you guys that in the beginning that this market was not going to be exciting. It's a good thing to know those things, right? Ahead of time. If you're just like a rookie and you just start trading, you being here trying to press buttons, thinking every single move is going to deliver something. But we're seeing that we're able to notify when the markets are likely to be lackadaisical. Price runs are driven shorts. The market's just being held. On any other given day, I would have expected like this down close candle help a trade in this blue zone. Down close candle here. I expect that to deliver prices to higher highs. See if we can still get that. But like all this dancing around here is ridiculous, right? And just all we do is take out these highs that reject it. So we have pulled liquidity here and here. It's really high and low. The question is, what do they want to go take first? Or they just keep pricing this range and I'll do nothing. And again, this move here looks good initially, but then you go on the 30-second chart, you're going to see this loop zone here that's also stopping price from going higher. Now, if we trade above this, I feel confident we should make a run higher to these highs. Right now, the highs look like the target. If we can overcome this 30-second level. But then keep in the back of your mind that this high here was ran out already by S&P 500. So that being said, the price might just go seek a 5-minute liquidity pool, which exists here, before maybe continuing higher. So it could seek a liquidity pool first. Take this one out. Maybe if it gets exaggerated, this one, and then all this. Maybe goes all the way lower. But I think we might see better delivery in the PM session. But it's still good to put yourself in front of the charts when the market's not really doing much, just for the experience factor of it. So to kind of get a feel of how it looks, how it feels, the market's not doing anything. Let's see if it at least seeks this 5-minute liquidity pool right here. Let's see if we can at least go for that. S&P is pushing higher aggressively. Let's see if NASDAQ can also do the same. With its lack of doing that, we might just see an aggressive move lower. Again, everything I'm saying, no, I've been talking this whole stream, right? Price is just here. And the shit. I'm just making the observations. If you look at S&P, it's constantly made higher highs. NASDAQ's being held. At least I want to see run this liquidity pool right here. It's like a nice little swing low on the 5-minute chart. Just run that. If it gets aggressive, can it run these lows? I would like to see it run out all of this liquidity pool, if you think about it. To draw a trend line like this, retail trend line. This is ready to start acting up, right? So, again, these markets is ugly. Ugly. If you ain't catch the sweet little move we caught during London, this nice drop off, everything today is just very ugly. I wanted to see this thing take you go even lower for the day. But it's playing games. Even this little pool liquidity still didn't snatch it. All right, guys, I'm about to get off. Perhaps at the top of the hour. Again, nothing burger day. Looks like we want to get that push finally on NASDAQ. Sure looks like it now. Looks like it woke up. Looks like NASDAQ's awake now. Back to doing nothing. It's moving some speed here, so let's see if it pushes. Or it's gonna be back to doing nothing. 30 seconds holding it now. Still nothing. This should be the move. This should be the move higher. Yo, yo. Don't tell me price of all that for nothing now. On a normal day, this down close candle should support price push higher. Right? This down close candles here. I want to see that push price higher. Down close candles right here. This is a day you literally will have to, if you're doing too much today, you will literally fight the charts. Fight the charts. It's like literally fighting price action instead of just waiting for when the markets are smooth. These are days that again can cut you up 1,000 ways. Expect the market to go short, it goes high. Expect to go high, it goes short. Moves all that momentum just for it to then start losing steam. Now it looks like we'll start driving lower. If I was them now, I've gotten people excited with the speed it ran with up and higher. I would think I've gotten people excited about going long and just run this lower, take out these lows, and upset those that are trying to go long. Who knows? Again, this is just trying to put the pieces together for a broken mirror. Ideally, PM session just best. So, I'll just be here till 10 more minutes just to see what price ends up doing. Do we end up going higher, take out these highs, or do we still end up crashing lower, take out this little swing low here, and maybe upset everyone that's long by just an aggressive push here? We'll see. S&P is holding strong. US 30 is holding strongly too as well. S&P looks like to make its way higher to take out London highs if your London high is delineated from 1 a.m. So the whole drop off on S&P, right? S&P is almost right here. Go check your charts. You can see S&P looks like almost around these highs. It's getting close to it. NASDAQ still dancing around. NASDAQ still yet to take out these highs. All right, if let's just look at S&P, so you can see what I'm saying. This is S&P smoothly marching. Looks like once they got these highs, so I'll add an alert here. See, let's take that out. You look at NASDAQ. I'll look at US 32. Looks like it's making its way potentially to these highs. NASDAQ, however, it's not really making the same effort that US 30 and S&P is doing. It hasn't even taken out this high here. So could this just fumble and then dive lower, or is it eventually going to pick up the speed and join S&P and US 30 on its way to these highs? I don't know, quite frankly. It's dancing around here. And whenever I see SMT like that, I do expect a run on liquidity. So all this dancing around without it taking any ties, SMT, meaning a correlated asset went higher, when NASDAQ fell to the same. Typically, what I like to see is a run on liquidity pools that exist before we might get a continuation higher, or before the whole market follows NASDAQ and goes lower too. So that's why I would expect some type of run on liquidity. These markets are so tight right now. It's really within this range from here. This is 930 lows, 930 high, right? It's in this 30-minute range. The first 30 minutes of the market, 9:30 opening to 10 o'clock. It's just within this range, not doing nothing. Nothing to be fascinated about, nothing to drive home. It's hard to catch a 50-point move. It's a tough market. So if you're pressing buttons in here getting cut up, you're just being undisciplined. And you're trading the tough market environment. So you need to get off the charts or just demo. Notice how I just didn't sell. I went from sell, then one point I went to buy. But when it didn't have any momentum higher, I just stuck to my sells. And I'm not really switching sides because there's nothing that's convicting. As much as running higher, there's nothing convicting that's gonna make that wants me to feel like I want to buy. There's nothing really strong. I mean, I feel more bearish, but there's nothing really strong and convicting that's making me, necessarily. I feel sales more buys, but point is, these markets are not convincing at all. You don't want to do things in the markets like this. When it's like this. Oh, there goes that drop, guys. Okay, so we finally got that run on liquidity. Now, does it continue to take out all of this? It's a question now. I'll say, why not? again, all I was expecting since we had an SMT is a run on the 5 minute liquidity. Cool. It's done that. Does it have more momentum? Keep going lower? Zero clue. Look at the immediate response. If I was them, I'll just wipe it out, dude. I'll run it lower. If I was a market maker, just run it lower. Wipe out every long. Everyone that's been long, just wipe them out. Let's wipe out all the longs. Take these ones out too. Let's look at it from a 1 minute perspective. Yeah, I mean, the liquidity, majority of the liquidity is like honestly right here. With markets. So, but I would like to see at least here, like if it goes here, this is a bit back to 930 opening price. So at least take out this pool. In my mindset, if you're gonna take this out, you might as well take out this one and take out this one. I think you just might as well take out this one. I don't know. Again, it's a tight market, so I'm just over exaggerating. This might not even deliver, but how long it's taking, maybe just starts delivering lower prices and takes out the pools of liquidity that exists here and here. So we'll see. All right, guys. So again, top of the hour got to drop. So again, we mentioned this is price. Take out the pool liquidity here and here. My expectations are we even drive lower. Again, tight markets, like I told you guys before we even started, I already knew that was going to be the case. So understand that it's very valuable. Okay, very very valuable. Um, Something you won't appreciate till you really, the deeper you trade, you understand like you can't just be in here trying to press buttons aggressively every single day. Some days are not going to give you that delivery you want. The context was London already did this aggressive drop off. The extra context was Monday, Tuesday did not have any high impact news. The high impact news is going to be on the back end of the week, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's when we can expect the markets to actually start delivering more aggressively. Expect Monday, Tuesday, not too much. So, anyways, that being said, guys, I am out, and I'll talk to you guys. Maybe if I feel the need, maybe the PM session, we'll see how the markets are by then. But very lackadaisical markets. Nonetheless, we stuck to ourselves for the most part, and price is looks like it wants to deliver lower. If I'm market makers, I'll just take out every single buyer. Even if I want to drive this higher, just take out the buyers and then drive this thing back higher.